All right, guys, I want to show you how quick and easy, simple it is to sell products, digital products, um, services, and subscriptions with ConvertKit Commerce. It is really convenient to use, especially if you don't have a website. And the other great thing about it is that it is included, whether you have the free version of ConvertKit and you're just testing it out and seeing how you like it, or if you have a paid version, it's included with that. So Chastity and I use that to sell our mompreneur manual group coaching. My friend Chastity and I, when we did coaching from the mompreneur manual, but that is closed now. So I'm going to demonstrate it with our upcoming product that we're doing for we're doing a group, actually, a membership, a paid membership group. So I'm going to demonstrate it with that. So the first thing that you would do is go to products. Well, you would log into ConvertKit and go to products. But before that, let me tell you one thing before that. You want to make sure that you have everything lined up that you would need. So your pictures or your graphics that you're going to use for your product, the description, the copy, any your color codes that you want to use, the email content, anything like that. You want to make sure that you have all that prepared up front so that you're not trying to stop and do it and come back and just make the process longer. It just helps everything to go smoother if you have all of that prepared up front. So once you have that, you want to log into the ConvertKit. Then you would go to products, and that's where the ConvertKit Commerce is. You click new product to start adding a new product, and then you would name your product. So ours is the Mompreneur, spell Mompreneur, actual word, Mompreneur Manual Group. So you would hit that, and then you decide whether it's going to be a standard one-time fee or a subscription. This one is actually a subscription. The regular price is going to be $50 a month. If you want to choose quarterly or yearly, that's an option. Then you would hit next. So now you have the options that I was telling you about. If you're doing a digital product, ebook, anything like that, you have the option to add it as a download. If you are doing a digital product and you don't want them to be able to download it here, you can choose something else and then just attach an automated email. So it'll, once they make the purchase, it'll trigger that a purchase has been made. You can send them out an email with a link to that product or service. So if you use anything like Dropbox or Google Docs, anything like that, that's an alternative to getting them their digital product. So you just choose something else. A members only newsletter if you want them to pay for an upgraded newsletter. So you're spending, of course, you should be using the email marketing to build a relationship, engage with your market, your audience, and to sell. But if you want like a premium newsletter where you're giving out the sauce, the gems, all the extra top-notch stuff, then they have an option for that. But right now we would choose something else because we're giving them access to our paid group. So hit next. Domain name. We're going to use the general one, but if you have a custom domain that you want to connect to this specific product, and then you just hit create product. Okay, so it gives you the general template layout, and this is where we're going to do some customization. So first I'm going to click the image, and then I already have it downloaded on my computer, but I use Canva to put together this image. So I'm going to go click I'm going to click replace because they just have the dummy or the placeholder image there. And Mompreneur Manual group, I just updated the group coaching photo. So the group and the group coaching photo look the same besides the text at the bottom that says group and group coaching. And it just says the Mompreneur Manual. We want that to say group. And then we're going to add a quick description. Now, I do want to say that the first time I did this, and by the way, my description and everything that I needed to keep up with that I told you need to prepare first. I have the content and the color codes and all of that on my Trello board here. This is the one where I lay out my plans for the week, my task for the week. So I'm gonna just copy and paste that. But what I was saying is I do want to say that that we did a lot more detailed description for our Mompreneur group coaching program because we didn't start off with the sales page. That's something that we're working on now. But they don't have the option to fancy it up and make it look like, look like a nice, well put together, detailed sales page. You can add things like a timer and you can add some colors, horizontal lines and things like that, but nothing to where you can make nothing like Elementor or Sam Card or anything like that where you can build this beautiful sales page. So that's one thing. Like this one is kind of like a quick product, wham bam, pay for it. Like it's quick and simple for them to pay for it, but if you want a sales page type deal, you would have to use something like Samcard or use Elementor, or you connect Elementor to this. So I got pretty much everything in the description that I want to say laid out. Is pretty much just a quick attention grabber, then the benefits and features, and at the call. Well, I mean the button is the call to action, but I'm gonna add a call to action. Like the welcome you to group. I'm gonna keep reminding them what they're getting. Okay. So I want to add some bullet points here if I can. Sometimes it depends on how I'm setting this up because you can set this up on your phone and it'll just have the bullet points already connected to it. But since I am doing this tutorial walkthrough, behind the scenes, show and tell, blah blah blah, then I'm gonna use their bullet points. They have a lot of little features here and there. And I like to add some extra space in there because sometimes we show up on different devices and everything jumbled up together. So I want to make sure some extra space there. Now I want to change this header font color to match my branding. So I have a color code here. I'm going to add that here. Voila. I'm gonna keep the text the same. You want to keep it readable and simple, but make those key points grab people's attention. Let's fix this button here. And since we're not using, normally you would do like a contrasting button, but you just want to have a button that grabs their attention. So since we're not using too much pink here, we could use a pink, that hot pink color because that is an attention grabber. Or we could use a black. Um, but you want to do something that stands out. So yeah, I might stick with the black this time. Last time we did. And then I bring this radius down to about 5. For some reason I like the square round buttons better than the round. And text transformation. Let's do uppercase. And let's change that text to say join. I put register here. Change it to quick started and join. Just want to get it right. Okay. So yeah, I think that's it. I might change the button later. Let's see what this text. Okay. So that's it. And then you can choose to take off the deal with ConvertKit branding. I have the paid version on the non-paid version. I think you have to leave that badge there. But yeah, I want to take that off. And this is the order summary checkout. So we put all the headers in that pink color. And then we put the rest of the buttons in black. So we're gonna keep that same energy. And the checkout, let's see. Oh, it asks for that email. See, it's really simple. The email, name, credit card, pay. So that's what I like about it, because as my friend Chastity said, we are moms with full schedules and nobody got time for no long checkout. So I'm trying to get to these here. Okay, here we go. So I want to change that to the pink color. And then you can customize the text here. Your file has been emailed to you along with the receipt for your transaction. So I want to change that a little bit. If they want to download it. I'm gonna say this particular sentence I got here that lets them know to expect an email with details about thanks for signing up for the long-term manual group. You'll receive an email with the receipt for the transaction. And then the receipt email. That theirs is just simple with the receipt, but I want to let them know that they can expect to have their that they can expect to get their information about accessing the group by email. I don't know why I keep clicking on all three. Okay, so I'm gonna paste that. Order is successful process. Here are the details of your purchase. Be on the lookout. Okay, I already thanked them, so here are the details of your purchase. Be on the lookout for emails. Okay, so letting them know that they will, just making it more personal and letting them know that they'll receive the details by email. Not going to change anything here. Just kind of want to keep the receipt basic. And then let's go to the settings, because we do want to offer a coupon code. So this, this is where you go back in if you want to make adjustments to the title, the price, anything like that type of settings. So you need to create a new product if you want to change something there. So discount code, we want to add a discount code because Um, because we did offer a discount to those who were a part of our manual group coaching. So, um, let's see. How many months do we want to offer the discount? We want to, I guess we're going to let them, offer them the discount indefinitely. So, limit. So, if you knew that there was a certain amount of people that you wanted to offer the discount code to, you could put it here, but we'll be doing another coaching next quarter, so we're going to keep that the same. And then the domain name here again if you want to make adjustments. So we're going to say that, and that's it. Just it's that simple. So once you click publish here, let me make sure I save it. The product pages. So once you click publish here, then you can copy this code to be able to share the page, and then if you want to share a different one to include the discount code, you can do that also. But we'll just give the discount code out as needed. Or let me just turn it on and copy both. Let's see if there's a difference. And it doesn't look like a difference in the code. So I'm gonna turn off copy discount code because we're keeping that exclusive. So we'll just get that out as needed. And then you can embed the product page onto your site. I don't think I would need that because we're gonna do a sales page. But okay, and this is another thing I want to bring up here. Like if you are adding a discount code, one thing that I didn't, well, you know what, I'm gonna get the embed because I might want to use that button in the sales page to just send them right to. But if you are if you're using a discount code, one thing that I am used to from the other shopping carts and systems that I've used is that you can put a deadline on it. So you have more limitations on it. So like you can schedule the promotion to start and end at a certain time instead of having to track it and remind and keep up with it and go back and say, oh, let me take this discount code off. So that's one of the things I appreciate from some of the others, but ConvertKit is really open to taking suggestions. So if it's something that you see that you don't like, then then you can go back and suggest it or ask them to have it or anything like that. Okay, so that was that. Now, the next thing that you want to do is go to your emails and set up an automation. Well, you want to set up a sequence first, but you would go to automations either way. And then I'm going to, since I already have a sequence for the group coaching, the ones who signed up for group coaching, I'm going to duplicate that and just use that as my template. So if you have something that you already make it simple. So the way that the automation is set up is that it is they have the mompreneur strategy group coaching. So once they purchase that, then you would tag them as a group coaching client, and then they would receive the email and give them the access information. So we're just going to adjust this a little bit. First, we're going to go back to the automations and go to the sequence tab. So the sequences, And then the same thing. This one says Mompreneur Manual with Coaching Access. So we're going to see if we can duplicate that. If not, then I'll just copy it and paste and then make adjustments. So I don't see. Yep, duplicate. So for the sequence, you have to actually go into the sequence and then go to settings and click duplicate. So this is the copy of it. So I'm gonna rename that first to Mompreneur Manual Group Access. Okay. Here's your group access information or details. Here's your group access. Okay. So okay. This is not hyperlinked, it's just in our color. Okay. So we don't need any of this information because nothing is going to be, timed right now. Like we'll be sending notifications for anything that we have scheduled in the trainings later on. So we can just change that to group and then change the button link to our Facebook link. I think I do want to hyperlink. We're gonna keep the buttons. I think I do want to hyperlink this just in case I'm not clicking on it. There, and then they don't need this. Keep that there about people not sharing even though you do that anyway. Um, this. Okay. We can take this off. And I'm going to let them know that they'll receive that. And then take the bold off of that. Make a few changes. And that's it. So I'll use the same template here. Publish changes there. And then now we can go back to automations. Let's go to the copy of my strategy coaching and edit that. So let's change that to group. let's edit this step and select the marketing manual group. So when they purchase the marketing manual group, they get tagged with they get tagged with tag. I'm going to add a new tag. They give me the option to. Nah, go ahead. So let's see. We get tagged with let's create a new tag, and then we're going to edit this step action. So we're subscribing to this for marketing manual group access. So the action, that's the end of the automation. And go ahead and turn this on. And there we are. So that okay. So that was it. The next thing that we're going to do is set up our did I close out this? But the next thing that we're going to do is set up our sales page. I won't be showing that today, but I probably will come back and do a tutorial on setting up the sales page with Elementor on designing it. So Chassie and I both do have websites, but like I said, we want to make it as convenient as possible, so that they can go through the process and get signed up. Because the quicker and easier the checkout is for your product or service, whether it's digital, physical, or not, then the better your conversions and the better it is for everybody. So hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful or you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe and ring that bell to get more tutorials, tips, reviews like these. And thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you and see you next time. Bye.